you have to call me a dyke? That's kind of mean.
Sorry. That's a little
EverQuest 2. Yes, this game is a Morpeg. For all of you that have ever played a Morpeg, it's just like a Morpeg. It's not much different, but I'll tell you from my experiences how it's different from other Morpegs and why it's the one I chose to play over the other ones that I've played, because Ask Him I've played a lot. And just as a reference how many I played Star Wars Galaxies. Played the first EverQuest. I've played Dark Age of Camelot. I've played Final Fantasy XI. I have played WoW. I played WoW once. I have played Ultima Online. And so let me just kind of go into the plot of this game. There is a semi-plot, even though no Morpeg you're ever going to find is there an actual plot. There's no end to the game. It's continuous and never-ending and whatever. But the basic plot to this game is you're either good or evil, and you kill things. Well, that's it.
No catch?
You just kill things. And get epic armor and shit like that, and make your character look all cool.
Can you get unepic armor? What if I want to make a complete and total douchebag of a character?
Well, my fairy did run around in like Christmas colors for a while.
That's true. Your necro?
Yeah. Awesome. He was pretty awesome. But, no, you can do a shit ton in this game. But the gameplay is basically like any other Morpeg. You go find a quest, you read the quest, you go do what the quest asks you to do, and you push your little hotkeys and do your little abilities to kill the monsters that are in the way of your quest. But there are cool aspects to this game. I mean, like every other Morpeg, they have mounts. But like most Morpegs, like they always have like, you know, four-legged type mounts or like wing type mounts. In this game, you can get carpets, like magic carpets, like Aladdin magic fucking carpets, which is pretty BA watching a little fairy necromancer flying around on a little carpet. It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty funny. It's
he's seen me play it a couple times. He's seen my fairy. It's pretty awesome. But technically he's an RSI for those of you who play EverQuest 2. I'm not like a fae. I'm not that much of a homo. I at least put an evil fairy. Yeah, you can get carpets. You can get horses. You can get wargs, like in Lord of the Rings. Like Lord of the Ring wargs. You can get, I don't know, there's a shit ton you can get. You can get, like, ghostly horses. You can get, like, horses that are made of, like, lava and shit.
Oh, God, that's metal.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But, yeah, you know, there's different classes. There's, like, the good and evil counterpart class. Like, you have the Necromancer and the Conjurer, which are good and evil counterparts. You have the Paladin and the Shadow Knight. The Swashbuckler and the Brigand, you know, the Troubadour and the Dirge. You know, just there's like four basic tiers of classes. There's the Warriors, which you got your Guardians, your Paladins, your Shadow Knights, your Monks, that kind of thing. You got your Mages, you know, your Wizards, your Necromancers, your Conjurers, Warlocks. You got your Priests, your Inquisitors, Templars, Druids, and you got your Scouts, your Assassins, your Brigands, your Troubadours, your Dirges. Like any other basic RPG, there's those four basic tiers of classes. And again, there's like semi-classes you can pick in that, and then you can advance that character farther to be specialized in something else. So there's a lot of specialization in this game, which is probably the reason why I picked it out. Of all the games I've played, but characters in this game. There's you, and there's about 2 million other people playing, and the random NPCs you meet along the way. As far as important people, there's not many. You have the Overlord Lucan Delir, who rules Freeport, and the Kinos, which, by the way, fun fact, Kinos is Sony EQ spelled backwards. The name of the good CD is Sony EQ. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty awesome. But yeah, you got the Queen Bitch from that place that no one really likes. I don't like her. She annoys me. She's too nice. The whole city's too nice. I want to burn that city to the fucking ground. So I played Necromancer. But I like being surrounded by douchebags. It feels like my actual life. But yeah, you can play for two. They also added 2 new cities. They added Keltham from the last one, which is kind of a cool aspect of this game. I guess this kind of goes in the likes a little bit. in like the last game, you had Kelothin and the Greater Fate Arc, which was a zone in the old game. They were like, and they kept it that same way. Like Kelothin was inside the zone Greater Fate Arc, which is one of the good cities you can play in. But the cool thing with this game is they used the music from EQ1 for the same zone. So, and EQ has some good music. I like the music in EQ. It's very orchestrated. It really does vary depending on what zone you're in, what kind of character you play as, which is really cool. Like they have like 4 or 5 different battle themes, and it's worth the music for it too. I mean, you can even put the music on like your iPod too if you really wanted to, which I think is kind of cool. If you're that much of a nerd though, you have some serious problems. I don't have video game music on my iPod at all. Not EQ. I don't have EQ on my iPod. I have Super Mario 64, Lost Odyssey, and Star Ocean, the second story. That's what I have on my iPod. And I'm pretty sure there's probably another game. Oh, and Lunar Star Story complete. Have that on my iPod too, but that's just because I was an old video game player when I was younger. Anyway, I'm rambling now. So anyway, the likes. There's a whole bunch of classes you can play as. There's the good and evil cities. There's the ungodly amounts of places you can go, things to see. The zones are beautiful. Even the evil zones are fun to look at. They're not beautiful because they're evil and there's dead things. And
what's wrong with that?
Well, it's not particularly beautiful. It's awesome as hell. There's dead things everywhere and skeletons, and well, your definition of beautiful is different from everybody else's. Anyway,
I don't think so.
I think you're crazy.
New topic of the day.
No. We're sticking to the same topic of the day. But next week we'll talk about that if you want to. We'll talk about people's differences and preferable things seeing in video games. Anyway, so EverQuest 2. Again, all those likes are pretty cool. Music. Kept the same, pretty much the same game as the first one. The dislikes about this game is the obvious one: you gotta pay for it. Now, they make you pay for it because they have to, you have to prop the company somehow, and also because it costs money to put the updates in the game and stuff like that for them to do, and because they're just money hogs, fucking Sony. But it's not too terribly expensive, but if you're looking for a cheap Morpeg to play, this one probably isn't the one because it does cost over $20 a month if you get special add-ons like I do. So it's not cheap. It's cheaper, but it's not cheap. If you're looking for a really cheap one, go with Final Fantasy XI. That one's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
That's the cheapest one that I could find. I'm pretty sure Ultima Online's still running. If you can find that one, I'm sure that one's way cheap by now because that one's old. I played that one in like the mid-90s. So that, anyway, I give this game 4.5 out of 5 mainly because it costs so much. I've had to play it off and on for 4 years because I've had money issues and I've gone through a lot. I'm playing it again. But I will give you this much for all you EQ people who ever watch this. Mistmore server, Mortis. That's me. So if you've ever seen RSI Necromancer on the Mistmore server running around, his name's Mortis, it's probably me. So say hi to me, but I'm still not giving you my gamer tag. Because let's face it, people that watch it are probably going to play EQ. Not many.
Probably WoW fags.
Probably. And by the way, WoW fags, your game sucks. Get a real game. I have a friend actually. How much time do we have left? Because I want to get this piece out there. Oh, we're running short in time. I'll say this really quick. I have a friend on EQ2 who used to play WoW, and she basically said that WoW sucks. I want to blow it up and burn it, put it in fire, and now I'm playing EQ2. EQ2 rules. So that's pretty much what the whole story was. I'd go into more detail, but I only had to put stuff in this video to make it over 10 minutes, and it's not going to be good. So, yeah, that's EQ2. Next, Soul Calibur 4 for both of us. If you guys are interested, then we'll move on. All right, yeah.
Nice closing.